Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut with Mike Kelly, and we're real estate jerky daily, and we're a little bit later because today is Rotary, and I had to give a presentation at Rotary today that took a little bit longer than I thought.
It was a busy Rotary. It was a good Rotary.
I snuck in somebody else in there.
Yeah. Clay had asked a couple of weeks ago, and I said, "Yeah, give her 5 minutes," and
she took more.
She took more. Yeah. You get going.
And always funny when people do their 360. I'm going to do a short one. Okay, 10 minutes later, that's your short one?
Yeah.
All right.
It's amazing how fast 360 goes.
Yes, I know. Especially when I was doing mine, I took forever.
Yeah. Well, nobody's beat John yet.
No, 2,500. All right. A couple of things coming out today. The ISM Manufacturing Index, which measures the health of the manufacturing industry in the U.S., decreased to 48.7 in the month of April, which was above the expectation of 48. Woohoo! But also signaled a second consecutive month of contraction in the manufacturing sector. Where are we at with Dow's about 311?
Is it?
And earlier the bonds were doing pretty well. Yeah, we're up 8 basis points, and the 10-year. Oh no, it's the other way. The 10-year sitting at. Let me just finish this. I'll get to 10-year in a second. All right, let me finish. All right, so the Challenger Job Cut Report, which counts corporate layoffs based on mass layoff data from the State Departments of Labor, showed that, yes, it's over here. I'm reading people. Showed that there were 105,441 layoffs in April.
Okay.
Down from the 275,240 cuts in the previous month, which was the largest total for April since 2020.
Wow.
Yes. So layoffs in April down from so April had a huge layoff. And
what does that mean for us?
This means the job market is not as good as it was. But let's see what initial jobless claims say, which measures individuals filing for unemployment benefits for the first time, was reported at 241,000 claims for last week. This represents an increase of 18,000 from the previous revised figure of 223,000 and was above the expectation of 224,000. Continuing claims increased to 1.916 million from the previous week revised figure of 1.833 million. So what is that showing? That's showing that the labor market is getting softer. Right,
we're running on down.
So the 10
to a recession.
Yeah, the 10-year started this morning at 4.16, and now it's 4.23. Why is it going the wrong way? And the mortgage-backed securities are down about 13 basis points.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
Total
it's
weird.
It's been strange like that for a long time, though, where it doesn't react the way we think it's going to react when numbers come in where they come in.
Right. Well, the BLS is tomorrow, so that's really going to be telling us what's going to happen going
Bureau
forward.
of Lying Statistics.
You said it was labor statistics.
Yeah.
I said it was lying statistics.
It is. It's both. Although with this administration, it'll probably be more honest than the last administration when they missed it by a million.
This much.
Yeah.
So I had a client that kind of been radio silent for a little bit. It wanted to do a refinance from a 30-year to a 15-year.
Okay.
And I was on vacation at the time, which, market wasn't really. And she's like, I'm sorry, I've been radio silent, but this person in the White House, he's just an idiot, causing rates to go up, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay. No, rates have been here because of somebody prior to him. Yes, it is ugly right now because of, overall rates have actually improved. Not as good as last year in September. It showed a major problem with the labor market and stuff now, and inflation. Now we're seeing that same labor market thing happening, which we knew it was going to happen because it didn't matter who was president. There was no way to sustain what was going on for any much further. It was going to have to go into a recession and or layoffs, because you can't keep printing money forever and paying for these people to stay there. And that's what they tried 4 years. You can't go on more than that.
Yeah. It kind of worked for the Germans in 1917. Oh, wait, no, it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't work for anybody. It's great to do that until you run out of other people's money.
Yeah, a wheelbarrow full of marks, German marks, and you could get a loaf of bread.
Yeah, and so I understand people are like frustrated with the certain things there. It's got, everybody's one side saying he's got the worst approval ever, the other side saying he's got the best approval rating, whatever. I don't really care at this point.
Yeah.
He's taking on stuff that no other president would do because they want to come back on the next term. He gets no next term, so he doesn't care.
Exactly, and I can't wait to see the outcome. If it helps correct everything.
Well, it's going to come out good, but we're overall with what he's doing is not something that
it's not overnight.
A year, 2 years. It could take 6 years in the making. So it'll be after his term is up. to really see what he had done.
Right.
And I think they're going to come back and go, this is the best thing that was ever happened for the United States. I just hope that they don't put the wrong person in charge after that point, before
to tear it all down.
Exactly. Because we don't need that. We
Just
need to
out of
stop
spite.
Stop tearing stuff down out of spite. Let's just keep building together. And that's what we need to focus on.
It is. Just like the secret guest speaker today, about the half sister she found, who's a total liberal, and she's a very big conservative, and how they get along and have a wonderful relationship. If they could do it, we can do it.
Yeah, you don't have to talk about politics all the time. And if you understand that one person thinks one way and one person thinks the other, you can still have that conversation. Just don't talk about politics.
And you can
don't call him a dumbass. That's
Yeah.
just rude.
And you can easily look for the common good for everybody.
Yeah, most of it. So pretty much all of us are in the middle,
Yeah.
right? And you have the fringes on the outside, about 0.5 to 1%. But they're louder than everybody else. So that's, when people, and you got to remember, liberal was not the meaning that it used to mean. Liberal meant a libertarian, not the liberal that people have coined it today, that is so far left that it's not really a liberal.
True.
And that's all I'm going to say on this, because we're about a radio show.
And that's about it for today anyway.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a big BLS. We'll see how it changed the market.
Yeah.
And then we're going to also see about state numbers.
I'm curious about those numbers, the BLS numbers. That ain't no help either.
No, they can't. There's no help for you.
There isn't. I'm just a dark guy. Who's not dark.
You're just a yellow man.
Yeah, yellow man.
All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
Have a fantastic
We'll
day.
be back tomorrow, and get into contract. Go get a house. It's a perfect time to buy. You wait another 30 days, you're going to be kicking yourself.
Yeah, you're going to be competing against a lot of people.
Yeah.
And, it's May 1st. So is that Maypole Day?
I don't know. It's just May 1st to me. May 3rd, Saturday. We got I just talked about it at Rotary about our OperationFirewalk.com.
Was.
Go to OperationFirewalk.com. See who's speaking. I gave the presentation. I don't think people realize the caliber of people we have speaking at these events, the caliber of the firewalk we have at these events. I don't think people understand that, and then we need to get that out more.
Yeah. Well, Bobby Cena, the little clip you showed this morning, who had been in both buildings and
had them both fall on him
and survived. That he's going to be very, very interesting. And then Rapata, I
think. Yeah, whatever.
But anyway,
Papa.
He's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, he's going to talk more about fear.
Yeah,
and I'm sure the other guy's going to talk about what he came out of that and dealing with. And I hope I didn't go too much into reason why we're doing it.
No,
so.
I think you left enough of a taste to want more,
to
hear more of the story. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Make it a great day. Have questions about our firewalk, reach out to me. I'm everywhere under Ed Parcaut, and you can text me or email me or whatever.
Or just go to OperationFirewalk.com
and just look it up. And have questions, email office@OperationFirewalk.com.
Perfect.
Make it a great day. Thanks for being here.
Bye, kids.
Bye.